What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review. Baby, I got my chair, okay? Anyway, so we back again for another episode review of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. Nope, Love During Lockup. Now, see, the way they got that labeled, they really didn't have an episode. They still had it as season 4, but technically this is Life After, well, I should say Love During Lockup season 2, episode 1. So it's called Scam the Scammer, More to Love. But anyway, good thing about these episodes, it's not an hour and a half. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. I can deal with that, okay? So that's perfectly fine with me. You know, so that means I ain't gonna be on here too long unless I'm talking too much. Now, this is the first episode. We get introduced to new couples except for one, all right? And so I'm not going to go too deep into it because it really wasn't much because, again, this is a new introduction. But, baby, one person that we done already seen last season is going to give us a time, okay? And I feel like that bitch is psychotic. I don't know what's going on with her. I just feel like she's psychotic. I really do. Like, something is just not right with her. And at this point in time, I feel like it's all an act. That's what I feel like. Anyway, but let's just get into it. So we first get introduced to Justine and Michael. Now, Justine a little biracial. Okay, that's cool. Her mama white or whatever. And her daddy something else. Who cares, okay? But I just wanted to bring that up because this feel like the United Nation is going on because I think Michael is a little bit of Dominican. You know what I'm saying? They all up in that area or whatever. And I was like, they a cute couple, to be quite honest. And they kids cute too. But when we looked at all of their kids, baby, I said, wait a minute. Justine looked like she could be the mama to all of them. And he looked like he could be the daddy to her kids. So come to find out, Justine, you know, she got into a relationship with somebody when she was 17 years old in high school, had her first kid. Then she got married to somebody else, had 2 more kids from that. That marriage did not work out. Her mama introduced her to, her mama friend introduced her to her, son who was Michael. And they've been linked up ever since, probably like 3 years or something like that. And see, the issue is, Michael is in jail for like selling heroin and also selling fentanyl. And I said, you selling that black tie and you selling that shit that kill people real quick if they don't got the dosage right. I said, no. You about to do some time. So I don't know if they said when he getting out, if he getting out, because that probably have like heavy jail time. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be this aspiring rapper. I said, sir, everybody want a rapper. She said, listen, I will admit I got a history of being with the bad boys, okay? It's just in my DNA. Motherfuckers would come up to me with a bouquet full of red flags, and I would just be like, oh, for me? And I was like, girl, you need help, okay? A person, I don't know, it says a lot about a person who knows how they are, who knows that I shouldn't be getting into this, but they still do it anyway. It says a lot about them and their character. And baby, I feel like y'all need therapists, y'all need God, y'all need something, because the fact that you keep going and doing the same thing over and over again, and still getting your heart broken and all that, baby, something ain't right up there. Mind you, we first meet Justine and her mama at the bridal shop. She looking for gowns and stuff because apparently her and Michael about to get married. Where at? At the prison. The whole time Justine mama looking like this. Like, why are you doing this? Like, are you for real? Like, come on, girl, be for real. Like, come on. He's just not a good guy. Like, what if he turns out to be this? And I just don't trust it. I said, girl, mama is having all these secondhand thoughts and like, damn, I should never introduced her. I should never let my friend convince me to introduce them or whatever. I just should never did this shit, because look at this, all right? And I said, yeah, you know what? Shit happens. So that's what was going on. But when the lady came over there, I just feel so bad for the salespeople on all of these shows, because they don't be asking. She said, so girl, what you looking for? She said, I'm looking for a dress because I'm about to get married tomorrow. And she was like, oh, wait a minute, tomorrow? And she said, yeah, girl, tomorrow. You know, my man, he in prison or whatever. And the sales lady was like, okay, so we're in dire need of a dress, you know, so that means time is of the essence. And I said, girl, ain't nobody asked all that. I be feeling so bad for them because they be offering information that they didn't ask for. It was like, girl, I don't, okay, you could have kept that to yourself. And honestly, I wouldn't want nobody to know that I'm out here doing some stupid shit like this, especially putting it out on camera. I can see if the cameras wasn't there, but you putting this on camera and letting everybody know in the world that you was out here being dumb and you being played. Meanwhile, his parents, his mama, his family, his kids, none of them know that they're about to get married. And they coming up there to see them get married and to, you know, kick it with the family afterwards. I said, why would you do some shit like that? You are still trying to integrate and trying to get to know the family and get them to like you, given that you started this relationship while he was in prison, and that's a whole nother thing on its own. But then you got to sit here and tell the people, first of all, they all up in one little hotel room, right? All in one little hotel room. He got like 4 kids. She got 3 of them motherfuckers. So y'all got 7 kids all together. I said, so you finna take on the responsibility of being stepmama to these kids, plus yours, while he ain't doing nothing but sitting up in a jail cell making beats on the goddamn table? That's it? That's it? I said, girl, please. Mom up there talking about, so, you know, I just never thought that it would get this far. I just never thought that it would get to this level. But I'm happy because, you know, my son, he used to be a hoe. Okay, she ain't say hoe, she said player. But I'm saying a whore. That's what he used to be. He used to be a whore. You know, you got the daughter there, and she telling them, the daughter, the mama, and the sister, y'all 3 coming up there to the prison with me tomorrow, okay? And the daughter, she hasn't seen daddy in like 2 years, so she was taken aback like, oh my God. But we still don't know why they up there, okay? They still have not been told that, you know, we're about to get married. And then the sister Anna, she was like, you know what, I'm just trying to see if you really good for my brother, see if y'all really on the same page, you know, because, you know, I'm very, very protective of my brother, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, do you think I'm right for him? She said, I don't know. I had to see y'all together. I said, mama told the truth. Mama kept it real, bitch. I'm not finna sit here in your face and lie and feel like, let you feel good about it. You know, I'm not finna let you, oh yeah, you good for my brother. I see this and I see that. No, I see what you do for him. You know, probably put a little change on his books or whatever. You know, write him sweet nothings or whatever. And that's it. But I need to see how y'all interact outside of the bars, okay, in reality. And so, you know, at this point, Justine's still a little confused. She's still a little nervous or whatever because she said, listen, I'm going to just get my mama together and the kids, and then they going to get together and we're going to go out to eat tonight, and then I'm going to drop the bomb on them right then and there. I said, not at the dinner table. Not at the dinner table. Don't disrupt me like that, okay? I'm up here trying to, you know, eat my little breadsticks and all that shit and enjoy it. You know, because you go to some restaurants. I'm not a big restaurant type of person. I don't know, like, I have this thing about eating in public, and I know it's like an insecurity because when you're of a bigger size and in my mind, it's like, damn, these motherfuckers are already probably judging me or whatever, because like, bitch, what your big ass doing here, whatever, because nigga, I need to eat too, you know what I'm saying? I may not eat a lot, but bitch, I need to eat too, you know, I know it look like it, but bitch, I need to eat too, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't like people to look at me while I'm eating, you know? It's an insecurity thing, but hey, it is what it is, at least I can admit it. But you go to some restaurants and sometimes the best thing be the bread with the butter, okay? So while I'm enjoying my fucking breadstick and this delicious butter on this piece of toasted bread, and you gonna drop the bomb and tell me that I'm marrying your son tomorrow. Baby, what? And y'all ain't tell me? And you just not saying nothing, and you been knew about this? I said, girl, So that was Justine and Michael. Then we get Melissa and Louie. Excuse me. Now, see, Melissa and Louie might give us the time. Mostly Melissa. Louie is in jail for armed robbery, right? Louie was doing a whole bunch of stuff because Louie had a drug habit. That's one thing. That's one thing. Melissa, when I said Ty needs some help, Melissa really needs some help as well. Actually, everybody needs help, but these two especially, they need some real help right about now because you're looking goddamn ridiculous. You're literally getting yourself on this goddamn TV show and you are showing that I'm like, were you picked on in high school? Were you picked on in high school? Were you overlooked in high school? Because she said, Louie was the cool kid. He was the cool kid in the cool crowd. She necessarily wasn't a cool kid, but she was like probably cool within her little clique, her little circle that she had. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. Great. Okay. You wanted to fit in some way, somehow with the actual cool kids of the whole school, and you just couldn't do that. And so now you got your chance to do that, and you're going to take that opportunity by dating this man. Okay, because they went to school together. They didn't really interact in school like that because, like I said, the cliques didn't mix, And now that he's out of jail or in the real world, grown up, he's in jail. Now y'all want to link up. And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, this is... sometimes shit like that happen. You revisit some stuff or whatever, But I'm like, how did this come about? So we first see her, she doing a little FaceTime call or whatever, video call with him. And I'm trying to figure out where Mr. Louie at. I said, where is the people in the background? It looked like he was in a private room or whatever. I said, is he really in jail or in a halfway house? What is going on? Because, he was mighty comfortable. I ain't hear nobody walking past. It looked like he was literally in a room like this. I said, you look too comfortable. And was okay with the fact that she was making this cheer like she's still in high school. I said, girl, now I know sometimes you dress up and you role play and all this shit, but how many times you done this for this man? Is this the only? And don't tell me you got a little schoolgirl outfit too. Like, come on, girl, you gotta grow up. We have to get out of that mentality of being hurt or whatever happened back in high school and move the fuck on into adulthood, okay? Because that was high school. This is now, And she started stripping and all this stuff, and I was like, it's not my cup of tea, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I can do a little bit more ass or whatever, but it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do her like that for her age and all that shit. She looked decent. She looked decent. For her heritage, she looked decent. For her ancestry, she looked decent. And that's all I'm gonna say. Mama look decent, bitch. Her body better than mine. Okay, so fuck that. And her man liked it. He said the first thing I'm gonna do is do you when we get out. I said, all right, So then we see them over there, he talked about how he got up in there. He was high as hell, okay? He was trying to get it fixed. He did some armed robbery, got caught up in all that shit, whatever, woo, woo, woo. And then we get to Melissa going to talk to her friends, right? And they're getting together, and she's talking about how they're at this restaurant. She was planning a 20-year anniversary of the high school, their high school reunion. Because I guess they had went to the 10-year anniversary and, things wasn't, it was okay, but she wasn't with anybody or whatever. But basically what she's using this 20-year anniversary high school reunion is to basically stunt and be like, oh, I got old boy. You know what I'm saying? She just said, I want to make an entrance with me and Louie. And I'm sitting here like, so the whole reason to go is to show that you got the man that you couldn't get in high school and you're still living in high school. You're living for what these people think. You're showing that you're still pathetic as fuck. And her friends were saying the same thing without saying it. They was trying to say it calmly. One girl who didn't even go to school with them was like, girl, why are you doing this shit? Okay, why are you doing this shit? You look so fucking dumb. Okay, she was like, now how did y'all even get together? She was like, he was on Facebook. He had got access to getting on the internet or whatever somehow, some little phone or whatever. He was on Facebook. He reactivated his Facebook, and then he was just going around adding people, and he added me, and then we just started talking. And she said, oh, this is what the friend said. And see, I feel like this friend gonna be on my good side. The friend said, so you mean he was going around, adding people and see which one would take the bite debate and your ass bit it. I said, ooh. I said, yes. Yes. Girl, Melissa, ma'am, you got some trauma going on. You got some issues going on that is unresolved. You know, it feels like you was picked last. You probably was made fun of or something. I don't know. And now you got the chance to show everybody that they was wrong. Oh, I can get a decent dude. I ain't gonna lie, Louie did look kind of decent up in his little mugshot. I can't really tell now in the little Android ass, pixelated ass, you know, video that the sale people had them on. But hey, you know, I get it. But at the same time, baby, you still living in the past like that? Girl, Melissa is going to give us something. I really feel like it. Meanwhile, we got Emily and Dory, okay? I hope I'm saying his name right. Emily and D. D up in jail because he was in armed robbery. He carjacked somebody. He did some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think she's 29. He's 26. So we just, it's a cute little age range, okay? But you can still see that the maturity level is not there on a couple of their parts, because I'm gonna say both, because ain't no way I'm finna be putting up with this shit. So they've been talking for like 3 years or so. It's like 3 years for them and everybody. A few months for some and 3 years for others, you know. And we first see her, Emily, at the ring shop. I don't know if it's a pawn shop or whatever. She's trying to get a ring and all this stuff. And come to find out, she about to scam the scammer. So she talking about her man. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, what happened? So basically, she found out at one particular point that he was talking to somebody else. You know, this is what she said. She the fat girl that people thought would never think that she would get into a relationship or get somebody, especially somebody that look like Dory or whatever. You know, she was always the loud one. She was voted the loudest one up in school. Okay, fine. So she get with Dory. They doing their thing and all that shit. He gets put in jail. That's when they linked up or whatever. You know, he gave her power of attorney. So with that, she also got control over his stimulus check. She used the stimulus check to buy this ring, right? And all of this is because the motherfucker got caught cheating on her in jail. How? Because he was talking to some other bitch. She said, first of all, now, he knows that I don't speak Spanish, right? So, he sent me something in Spanish thinking that it was me. And then when I answered the phone or whatever, he thinking that he calling me or whatever. And he answered it and he was talking in Spanish. And I was like, who is this? You know I don't speak Spanish. And he was like, who do you think you're talking to? And I think he said Rosa or some shit like that. And she was like, no, this is Emily. I said, see, Emily, that should have been it right there. Because let me just tell you this. Even if I was that low in desperation and that wanting to have somebody to talk to that damn bad, ain't no way in hell I'ma do it with an inmate. But let's just say I was at the rock of the bottom of the bottomest of the bottom. And I said, fuck it. Let me go ahead and get into something with a little inmate pen pal situation type of thing. And we try to make this thing for sure official, whatever, over the phone, over the video chat or whatever the fuck. While he or she, well, no, in my case, while she is behind bars. And then come to find out that this bitch is cheating on me by talking to somebody else. And you think I'm going to sit out here and fucking try to make that shit work with you? Baby, what you not gonna do, first of all, it is a fucking privilege that I am giving you time of day while your ass is locked up behind them 4 fucking walls and bars, bitch. That's one. And then you got the nerve to fucking go talk to another bitch besides me? And do you want me to forgive you and to give you another chance and to stay on? Why? So I continue putting money on your books? Hell the fuck no. I'm out that bitch, okay? That's just it. But see, Miss Emily said, no, I'm going to stay on. I said, for what, girl? For what, girl? You know, it's some niggas out here that like big girls. Trust and believe they be all up in my DMs. I don't want y'all. I want your sister. Probably your auntie, maybe your cousin, woman, you know. And depending on how your mama look, we can do that too. Oh my God. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. But that's what I'm saying, okay? And you want to know the ones that always be up in my goddamn DM, the military, baby. I don't even answer them sometimes because I know either sometimes they be like skimming shit or sometimes they be real. And it was one that he was so fucking persistent, and I entertained the shit because I'm like, bitch, I like what you like, right? And he just kept on trying to convince me. I was bored. I was just like, you know what? Sometimes it's you niggas is really persistent sometimes, okay? Y'all really think that y'all can change a person and it just don't work that way. But anyway, I said, girl, you are pathetic. But she said she spent the stimulus check or that ring. I said, okay. He called her asking her to put some money on his commissary. She was like, I just gave you money for commissary. He said, I already used that. What you think, $100 gonna get me through a month? Like, who does that? I said, excuse me? Excuse me. I said, Emily, ma'am, hang that phone up and block it. Block it, please. Meanwhile, we get to Chelsea and Mikey. Now, see, Mikey is in jail. He been in jail for receiving stolen property, for trying to, tampering with evidence and identity theft. Now, let me just tell you this. You can accidentally harm somebody that could have caused death. Shit happens. But if you did that shit on purpose, I'm gonna let that go and I'm gonna go about my business, okay? You can commit armed robbery depending on what it is, You can, beat a bitch ass, and I'm not talking about domestic violence. I'm talking about like you get into an actual fight with somebody, a stranger or some shit, and then you get charged for it, and then you do a little jail time. Something like that. Some little misdemeanor, probably a couple of felonies like that. But bitch, the one thing that Ashley will not do is a bitch that got identity theft on their goddamn shit. Did I tell y'all about the time I was doing my taxes one time and I was having a hard time doing my state taxes, and they said somebody was trying to claim me or claim somebody else as a dependent on my shit, and I was just like, we had to get that shit straight. I said, baby, we don't play games like that, okay? I just don't. As soon as I see that shit, I said, run for cover, okay, bitch, we not doing that. But Miss Chelsea, I should say, she said, I'm gonna do it. Mama actually is deaf too. She's hard of hearing. She's deaf. And basically, I think a friend of hers or whatever introduced her. A friend of his introduced her to him, Mikey. And what got her is the fact that they was talking for a little bit. And instead of him running when he found out that she was hard of hearing or deaf, because I don't know which one is more politically correct, because these days people are sensitive. He decided to learn sign language, ASL for it. I said, all right, that's cute. He and there, I love you so much and you are so beautiful. I said, that's cute or whatever. Meanwhile, she got kids, a 10-year-old son, and, she go over there with her daddy. She trying to get the approval from the daddy. Now, let me tell you something. No shade. I just feel like, Miss Chelsea's little storyline, it's going to be a little difficult for me because sometimes when I watch the show, I have to pay attention. I don't really pay attention. Sometimes I be on the phone or whatever, but I be hearing it because they speaking. But, with Chelsea, you got to look at the subtitles. So I was like, damn, now I really got to pay attention to the show. But Daddy finna give her one, okay? Miss Chelsea, I think you need to go ahead and just break up with Mikey because I don't feel like your daddy is finna approve, okay? Because she wants approval from her dad. She was over there talking to him and being a father that is concerned about his daughter, and especially the fact that his daughter is, I guess, I don't want to say, is being deaf a disability? Would y'all consider it a disability? But, she's deaf, and that makes him extra heightened about her, which is understandable, and don't want her to be easily taken advantage of. And also the fact that she does not pick good men as well. That is a common pattern with a lot of the men on here. I mean, the women on here, they don't pick good men, and they never had a history of picking good men. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the last relationships she was in, he was abusive. to the point where she had to call the cops and his ass went to jail. And daddy don't want her to go through that no more, and daddy don't want to go through it no more himself. Okay, so she was like, I just want my dad to like him. I don't want to have to choose between my dad and him, you know, because the whole thing is like, what are you gonna do when he get out? That's what Dory was talking about. Dory was talking about, so, you know, when he get out, he not going to the halfway house because he wasn't going to his mama house. He was trying to live with Emily. I said, Emily, baby, he is just trying to use you for room and board. That's it, for free. Okay? But I said, Miss Chelsea, I don't know, girl. We going to have to keep an eye on you. Meanwhile, girl. Because y'all know who I'm about to talk about. Baby, we get Ty. Ty is 39 years old. And I say that because when they said, unfortunately, that age ain't nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number when it comes to a lot of things. And maturity is one of them. You would think she, at the age that she is, will be way more mature than she is. She is going around like she is in her early 20s, okay? Playing these niggas. But on the one hand, I feel like Ty got some issues. Ty is an actress. Ty is a little psychotic. And Ty is just way out there. And she know how to play the game. On the other hand, I'm like, you know, Ty, you shouldn't be doing this because you looking stupid. But at the same time, play these niggas like these niggas be trying to play these women's out here, okay? She just doing what they be doing to us out here, you know what I'm saying? But she said, listen, I guess it's safer to do it when they in jail because they can't do shit. They can't do shit. What they gonna do? Bang on the bars? This bitch is fucked up. This bitch is... Okay, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. You can't step out, step out, step out. You can't. Bitch, that's just how it is. But, she is still at that funeral home. And my first thought when I saw her up in there, you know, putting things together, and then I saw her boss, okay? Her boss talking about some, oh, you just over there, you still sad about your little prison boo that didn't work out, Mr. Hottie. The fact that he's all up into the business, and he was in there last season. But I'm just sitting here like he a little bit too much more into it. And you got other people that's there. This other lady that worked there, whatever, she into it as well. I said, in real life, how the fuck is it that she still got her job? Because they literally were fighting outside her job. She brought this shit to her job. Why would you do that? And how was she still there? And I was just like, that's not rocking well with me, okay? And I feel like the funeral director, whoever the boss, he liked the mess too, so that's why he keep her on. And he probably like her if he ain't playing for the opposite team. I don't know, you know. That's what it was given. But, you know, she talking about, man, after all the shit that Hottie did with Miss Boston and everything, I just can't trust him. Like, he really hurt me. He broke my heart and everything. I ain't even trying to hear nothing from him. Oh, girl read a letter or something that he sent. And I was just like, he was like, you know, girl, you know that I love you, and I'm just sorry about everything that just went down, but you know, you my number one, you my heart, you know what I'm saying? Not a day go by, and I apologize for everything that went down, but, you know, and the lady was like, did you hear what he said? I was like, what? I said, now, Ty, why you acting like this? Why are you acting like this? Ty is so dramatic, so over the top. To go through all of that shit, to say how much Hottie done broke her heart, Hottie done did this, did that, made her look stupid, was playing her, and you say all of that to say, but I still love him. I still love him. I still want to be with him. I don't know. Like, I just had to put him on ice for a little bit because all of a sudden, his cousin comes over there to her house and says, I got Hottie on the phone, and he got something to tell you, and he wanted me to give you this ring. I said, what? And I look at the ring. It's the cheapest shit ever, okay? It looks so thin, and it looked like you could bend it with your fingers. And I said, first of all, hell no. Second of all, Ty Come on, we supposed to be doing shit for the better. You just went to a hypnotist, right? She went to a hypnotist before this, trying to see what's going on with her and all this shit. And this is why I say mama is an actress. Because when she put her under, you know, all of a sudden she started... I said, girl, what? And I shouldn't laugh because maybe she was triggered. Maybe something happened, but it was when mama said in the count, when I get to 3, I'm gonna, you know, snap you out of it. It wasn't even on 2 before she popped up and she was snapped up out of it. I said, girl, Ty, you ain't fooling nobody. You damn sure ain't fooling me, bitch. Okay? Meanwhile, all that's going on. Like I said, the cousin comes over there. Heidi's cousin come over there, give her a ring. Heidi on the phone with her. He was like, you know, I love you and everything. It was like, so if you're going to take this ring, you got to get down on the floor. I'm for real, like, get down on your knee and you got to propose to me for real, for real. I said, wait a minute, this is a proposal? And I said, what? Ty said, get down on your knees. I said, girl, you can't even see. And he said, I'm right here in front of everybody just now looking stupid on my knee. Listen, will you marry me? I said, what the fuck is going on, Ty? I said, Taisha, why is you doing this? Why is you on here making yourself look dumb? Okay? I said, girl, what? Ain't no way in hell I'm about to accept an engagement from a nigga in jail who was fucking around with another bitch. In jail. On me. And made me the sad bitch because he was fucking with her longer than she was fucking with Ty. And I said, girl, what? What? You are dumb as shit. Okay? And then the cousin was like, also, he want to give you this sweater, this hoodie, the same hoodie that he was giving out on first season. I said, child, you have got to be out your damn mind. Ty, are you really that desperate? I just don't understand what's going on with Ty. I don't understand her mentality as to why she's doing the things that she's doing. Like, there are so many eligible bachelor good men out here in the free world that have no restriction, that have good jobs, that are good people, and yet you literally chose to exclusively date within the prison system. And I'm just sitting here and not just dating people that's about to get out in a couple of days, a couple of months or whatever. People that got years on them. Heidi ain't getting out for the next 5 years. 5 years. And then you saw in that preview for the next week's episode talk about something. Oh yeah, they gonna be getting married up in a cafeteria. What? What? Meanwhile, her phone rang, right? She said, oh my God, let me go ahead and get this. Baby, she put that bitch on speakerphone. I said, it was the prison. It was another prison. Why she go outside away from the cousin? You know, I'm thinking that the cousin heard what was up, but she really didn't. Because she didn't confront her about it. She was acting slow about it too. You know, like she didn't know, and I shouldn't have said slow, but she didn't know what was going on. So Heidi is out, not Heidi, but Ty goes outside to talk to BB. Baby, she's still talking to BB. Ty said, as long as, and no matter the fuck what, I can be engaged all I want to, but until this last name change, I'm still single. I said, you know what? Play on, player, but you dumb as shit and you playing a goddamn dangerous game with these niggas, okay? I don't play with, if I'm gonna play somebody, I don't play with no jailhouse nigga, okay? Like, you probably gonna get their sentence fucking extended because ain't no telling they gonna send somebody out there and fuck your ass up, okay? Niggas is crazy. I was like, what? And then she started talking about how she's doing shit with other dudes and it ain't just Heidi. It's not just BB. She still got her whole harem of niggas in the jail cell. I said, what? And then she's talking to, once she got off the phone with BB, somebody else had called and she was like, oh, I know who this is. And it was like, the title that said on the phone was Michelle and Fee. And I said, huh? Basically, they trying to hook her up with somebody they know up in jail. I said, what? What? And she excited. She excited as fuck. I said, girl, you need some fucking help. And then gonna come up in there and talk about something. My bad, girl. You know, my uncle, he got locked up, so I had to talk to him about some shit or whatever. You know how that be. And I was like, yeah, girl, I get it. And then she was like, well, I'll see you later. Okay, cool. So when the cousin go outside, she said, you know what? I don't know how I feel about this because, you know, Heidi gave me a ring to give to Miss Boston as well. fucking around with that bitch? Because he ain't know whether or not Ty was going to say yes or no. And so, you know, the cousin was like, but, you know, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but my loyalty lies with my cousin, so what am I going to do? I just got to do what he do. I said, bitch, what you can say is, leave me the fuck up out of this. That's what you can say. Okay. Girl, break my shit. I said, mind you, did y'all see when they showed they showed Ty on her board with the map? Do you know? And I'm pretty much certain that the things that she had the thumbtacks in or whatever, those is all the niggas that she talking to in all the prisons and all the different places in the United States of America. I said, this bitch is a whore. This bitch is a mental whore. She is a fucking phone whore. You know, but I guess that's safer than actually being an actual getting that thing ran through. But even if you want to do that, that's fine. But you got to be safe with a bitch. I said, I can't wait till she get found out. Ty is crazy. But that was like doing Lockup. Ooh. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. I'll see y'all later. Peace.